Hey guys, how's it going? This is the Stupendous Wave, and in this video, we'll be talking about Jurassic World death predictions. Now, this is a video that I've been wanting to make for a very, very long time, and I kind of wanted to wait until we got a little bit closer to the film. And now that the film is coming out pretty close, or shortly now, I figured it was time to do death predictions. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go through all the main cast, and then the 4 Velociraptors, Rexy and the Indominus Rex, and I will kind of share my thoughts on who I think will die, and who I think will be making it through this movie. So let's go ahead and start off with Chris Pratt's character, Owen. So with Owen, I don't see him dying. I think he's safe. He's the main character. He's our lead. We've never seen a lead die in Jurassic Park before. Also, I really don't see them killing off Owen because he's the guy that we've all connected with so far. He's going to be the guy that's going to save the park, and that's kind of how he's presented in the trailers. So I definitely don't see him dying. Next, we have Bryce Dallas Howard's character Claire. I don't think that she will die either. I know there were early reports of her being stuck in an animatronic's mouth, and these have been proven to be fake, so that's pretty much thrown out the window. I don't see her dying. If she were to die anywhere, it would be letting the T-Rex go, but then in the second trailer we see her running from the T-Rex, and she's a good distance away from Rexy, so I would assume that she's okay. We do see a lot of shots of her kind of on the ground looking up at something, but she's not running away from it. So I don't think that she will be dying in this film. She's our female lead, and we've never seen a female lead character die in Jurassic Park either. I know there's first times for everything, but I just don't see it in the cards. So next we have Vincent D'Onofrio's character, Vic Hoskins. Now this is a character that I definitely think has the potential to die. In fact, I think it's likely that Vic Hoskins will die. He's supposed to be the villain of this film. He's not supposed to be a very nice person. We see him in the trailer kind of fighting against Owen. He wants to do it his way, and Owen wants to do it his way, so they're going to butt heads throughout the film. And apparently, according to the LEGO website, he's kind of taking on the Dennis Nedry type of character. He wants to steal Owen's research on the Velociraptors and use it for himself, which has a lot of different avenues it can go down as far as stories for sequels. But I don't see Vic Hoskins making it to the sequel. He's just a bad guy, and usually in Jurassic Park, bad guys get their comeuppance. So next, let's go ahead and talk about Judy Gray's character. No, I don't think that she will die since she's not on the island. She sends Zach and Gray away, of course. Those are her 2 kids. So she's not even on the island. I definitely don't see her dying in this movie because she's not going to be in any real danger. We do, however, see her crying in the trailer, but there she's not in any real danger either. Maybe she just got a call saying her kids are on the island and that things have gone wrong. So next we have Jake Johnston's character, Lowry. Now, Lowry, he doesn't seem to have a gigantic role in the film, but he does have the potential to die. It could go either way. There were characters in the first 2 movies that weren't very important that made it out, but if I had to go one way or the other, I would say that Lowry will die. He's still on the island when stuff is going bad, or very, very bad, and he kind of doesn't look like he has much military experience. He's just kind of a tech guy, and Ray Arnold was a tech guy as well, and that didn't go very well for him. So I think that Lowry will die. I'm not exactly sure how quite yet, but I just see it in the cards. Next, we have Laura Lapkus's character, Vivian. I think that Vivian will die. There were reports of her being attacked by the T-Rex, trying to save the 2 kids and Claire from it. And I actually really like that. It's not a confirmed scene, but it's still something that would be really cool to see. I see her dying, but again, she's more of a control room worker. She's not an ACU soldier, so she doesn't have that experience. Not saying that you need to have that big amount of experience in order to survive in Jurassic World, just saying that it really helps. So kind of the supporting cast I see dying. The supporting cast did die in the first Jurassic Park, a lot of them, so that's kind of what I'm basing this off of. But yeah, I think it would be cool to see her being gobbled up by Rexy. So next we have Katie McGrath, who plays Zara, and we see her be dropped into the Mosasaur tank in the recent TV spot. Now apparently you can see her arm in the Mosasaur's mouth when the Mosasaur bites the Pteranodon, but I myself have not seen the HD image of this, so I can't comment on whether that's true or not, but that's just what's been going around. But either way, if she's dropped in the Mosasaur tank, she's pretty much a goner. So next we have Brian T, who is playing Takashi Hamada. We see him straight up die in the trailer. We even see his heartbeat monitor in the second trailer, and it's flatlined, so we know Hamada will die at the hands of the I-Rex, which is pretty cool. Next we have B.D. Wong's character, Henry Wu. I do see Henry Wu dying. He did die in the books from a Velociraptor attack, and he might take on this role of a mad scientist in this movie, who's messed with things that they can't really control with the Indominus Rex. So maybe the Indominus Rex will get to Henry Wu. I definitely think that that would be just desserts, because unlike the first movie, there's going to be a populated park that these dinosaurs will be able to wreak havoc in. They're not going to be just a few select people. There's going to be a lot, and Henry Wu was able to get off the island in the first movie, and I don't see him being so lucky in this one. So next we have Nick Robinson's character, Zach, and I don't think that Zach is going to die. He's a kid. We haven't seen a kid star die in any of the Jurassic World films. I think it might be in a little bit of bad taste to kill a kid in a Jurassic World film, because you kind of have that awe and wonder in the film, and then your target audience gets gobbled up in the actual film. It doesn't really work. He's kind of like the younger teenager type. He's not really representing the kid version so much, but he's considered one of the kids, one of the younger characters. I don't see Zach dying in the film, although he does seem to be going through a whole lot. Next we have Ty Simpkins' character, Gray. No, definitely not. Same with Zach. I think he's even less likely to die than Zach is, just because he is the exact age for the target audience. And he's actually kind of a big name now, Ty Simpkins, and I don't see him dying in this film. It's just not in the cards, in my opinion. Next we have Omar Sy's character Barry, who will be playing Owen's best friend and a Velociraptor tamer. Colin has come out and straight up said that he will not die, which is pretty cool. I mean, he said he doesn't like the stereotype of the black guy dying in every movie, and I like that he doesn't like that stereotype. But yeah, he basically confirmed already that Omar Sy's character Barry will not die, and I like that, and it gives us a lot of hints that quite a few people will be able to escape the island, which is pretty cool. So yeah, Omar Sy's Barry will not die. Hopefully he might return for a sequel. That would be really, really cool, but who knows. Next we have Irfan Khan's Simon Masrani. Now Simon Masrani is a big question mark. He's kind of taken on the Hammond in the books, although he doesn't seem mean like Hammond was in the books. The movie Hammond was much different than the Hammond in the books, but as far as Simon Masrani goes, I think that he could die. He's on the island when the Indominus Rex escapes. He kind of represents that corporate greed to me, so I'm going to say that Simon Masrani will die in Jurassic World. At the hands of what? I'm not sure. I know that he's an experienced helicopter pilot, and in the Lego sets, he's featured in a set with the Pteranodon, and he's actually piloting the helicopter. So maybe he gets greedy and he takes one of the last helicopters and tries to get away by himself, and the Pteranodons take him out, but who knows. So now that we've done the main cast of people, let's go ahead and talk about the dinosaurs that could die. So let's go ahead and start off with Charlie, the Velociraptor. So I think Charlie is, as we know, she's the youngest pack member of the Velociraptor pack, and for her to die, it would make sense because she's also the least experienced and the smallest. I think that if any of them have a chance to die, Charlie and Echo do. Those are just the two that haven't been focused on the most. I mean, we've seen Charlie a few times, but being the youngest Velociraptor, being susceptible to possibly the rumored wild Velociraptors, and then being hurt possibly by one of them, or if they were to fight, or being gunned down by a person on accident, or eaten by the Indominus Rex, we don't really know. But if any of the Velociraptors were to die, I would say it would be Charlie and Echo. I'm kind of including Echo into this now. These two raptors have been focused on the least. Blue and Delta have definitely got the promo images and the time in the trailer. Charlie's had some time in the trailer as well. It's just Blue and Delta have kind of been the main featured raptors, which is fine. I mean, Echo's my personal favorite, but since they're not heavily touched upon as of right now, I would say that those two have the most likely are the most likely to die. We do know that they'll be hunting the Indominus Rex, and the Indominus Rex doesn't play. It kills whatever it wants to, whenever it wants to, which means it's going to put a lot of these raptors in danger. So next let's talk about Delta. I don't think Delta will die. Delta is another one of the main raptors, and I mean, she's been focused on a lot, but she's not the one that's been focused on the most. But I see her being very, very aggressive. She seems to be aggressive in the trailer. She's possibly the Velociraptor that actually jumps on the ACU soldier. That's not confirmed. It's just what a lot of people have been talking about. But I don't see Delta dying. I see Delta possibly going off into the jungle when things go south for the Raptor Squad, if they go south for the Raptor Squad. But I don't see Delta dying in this movie. Next we have Blue. Again, I don't think Blue will die in this movie, although if they did kill Blue, that might be the biggest emotional chord for the audience, because she's the raptor that has been focused on the most. She is the second in command behind Owen himself, so it would really hurt the audience if she died, but I don't think that she will. I think that she will be fine at the end of the film and possibly go off into the jungle and live peacefully, but that's kind of the end game I see for Blue. She still could die, like I said. It would really hit home for a lot of fans that have connected with her so far, but I don't see it happening, but at the same time it's a possibility. So next we have Rexy. Now Rexy could go either way for me. It's sixes, because for her to die again would be the biggest emotional hit that the audience has ever seen. I think that they would have to do it respectfully. I don't think that it would go well with the fans, or go over well with the fans, if the Indominus Rex just killed her and left. I think that she would have to either win the fight, or they would fight to a standstill, and then she might die of her injuries. But at the same time, it's risky to kill off a T-Rex in any way, because she's the one that a lot of us have connected with the most. But at the same time, it might be a proper farewell for her, because she's the first T-Rex we've ever seen, and she's of course older, and Colin has said that she's older and angry, but this is very hard to call. I think it's sixes either way. I think the T-Rex could die of her injuries, or of course with the fight with the Indominus Rex it's supposed to happen, or that's rumored to happen, or she could win or beat the Indominus Rex and live on, or fight her to a standstill and then move on. It really could go either way with Rexy. So last and certainly not least, we have the Indominus Rex. Now I know there have been reports for the Indominus Rex returning in the sequel, and I'll probably do a video on her possibly returning for the sequel. But as far as this movie goes, it's very hard to call. It's another one that's I'm kind of half and half on, because at the same time, we've never seen the main dinosaur of any Jurassic Park movie die. I mean, the T-Rex lived in the first movie, both T-Rexes lived in the second movie, and in the third one, the Spinosaurus of course walked away. It's actually, if you look at it, quite rare to see dinosaurs die in Jurassic Park, so I'm kind of hesitant to say that the Indominus Rex will die. I think it would be cool if it went either way, if Rexy was able to beat the Indominus Rex, possibly with help, or if the Indominus Rex retreats back into the jungle of Nublar and kind of lives out her days. But as far as what she's being portrayed in the films right now, she's kind of looking like the villain, almost just this Frankenstein monster that just wants to kill. So based on that, we haven't seen the sympathetic side of the Indominus Rex yet. I hope that we do see the sympathetic side of the Indominus Rex. If we do, sometime in one of these more trailers, or TV spots that we see later on. But as of right now, I think that based on how they portrayed her so far, the Indominus Rex will be dying. That's not to say there's not another Indominus Rex out there, but as far as the one that we see, it's a very tough call, but it's just what they've kind of shown us so far, not being portrayed as quite as sympathetic as the other dinosaurs have been in the other films. So anyway, leave your thoughts in the comments down below. What characters do you guys think will die? What dinosaurs do you think will die? Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and have a great day.